Good morning, Brian Good here with the earliest alerts, although technically I feel like I should start this by naming it as Tropical Talk because I feel like that's what this is going to sound like when I'm done, but we'll get to that in a second. Here is the latest look at the visible satellites. Decent layer of clouds in Indiana, a fairly gloomy sky for a lot of you, in fact, in Indiana right now, so it's going to knock your numbers down a bit for highs today. Meanwhile, a lot of sunshine over Kentucky, warming up nicely. This little wave of clouds now, looks like the stratocumulus clouds, we're not going to last too long. They'll break up, you'll get some more sun, but at the moment, not exactly a pretty sky. Add on the radar, and you can see we've got some rain bands and some lightning and thunder hugging the northern fringes here of wave country as we expected today. So there could still be a sprinkle that may cross over in our northern counties, Jackson, Jennings, into portions of Lawrence. That is possible. Can't rule it out, but it's just going to be one or two little sneaky ones that kind of cross the border, if you will. Most of them will not. All right, that'll be later on tonight and probably tomorrow morning. Here's a wider view showing that high pressure technically still in control of our weather, and this is still the main moisture plume itself kind of going around the clockwise flow of the high itself. And when you look at the moisture content in the atmosphere, you can see where the deeper greens are, where the rain bands have been located. Within wave country, we got hints here of somewhat darker greens in Indiana, right in through here, one in through here, one in through here. That's the reason why I can't run a renegade spotty sprinkle or shower. But certainly the biggest issue with your rain is going to be with the organized areas of deeper green, and that's just to our west. Just to kind of help explain that. Here is our higher res model. This is the RPM we're looking at. Here we go for the afternoon. Again, it shows even a little hint of a couple sneaky ones moving in. Otherwise, look how contrasting wave country is going to be today. Indiana, more of the cloud cover, sprinkle risk. Kentucky, sunshine in mid-80s. Tonight, we begin to see the boundary, though, begin to do its whole tilt thing, becoming more east-west, horizontal with I-70 and basically I-64. Still some cloud cover from that, and tomorrow afternoon, still a chance for a spotty shower. This time, it should be a little bit closer to our Indiana counties compared to the rest of us. Same story for Kentucky, though. You'll be on the sunnier side of things. And then as we head into Friday, really, this is continuing to show signs, but lifting back to the north pretty quick as high pressure builds back into the south. So there's a chance that we may be able to take the rain chance out completely on Friday. In fact, I'm leaning that way, even for the midday update. And then after that, looking good for Friday evening. So, what's next? Well, that would be the tropics. And it's this tropical wave right now that's located over the near the Panama Canal. It's listed as Invest 90-L, which is really catchy. If it gets named, the next name I believe on the name list is going to be Nate. The models, pretty good agreement on it heading into the Gulf of Mexico. Where they diverge is how sharp of a right turn the system will have. Will it go all the way up to Kentucky, or will it be, say, the Appalachians, and then out to sea? Either way, it certainly has our attention, as it's been showing up in the models, this potential now for about 10 days. We just wanted to wait a little closer before we got to talking about it, as we needed to make sure that that forecast trend holds, and so far it looks like it is. So what does that mean for us? Well, first off, let me explain how the weekend's going to go. Because of that warm front north of us on Friday, that's why Friday looks good. Saturday, the issue here is, and we talked about this yesterday, is that we would have to watch for a band of showers and thunder along the front. That's never going to come through here, by the way, on Saturday. It'll get close to us and stop. Though it'll kind of move in Saturday evening and kind of fade out. So Indiana will be most at risk. I think that potential is still there. But here's what you're seeing now. This is the GFS showing the green. It's trying to pick up on that south flow already being so strong that it's already pulling off the moisture off of the tropical system in the Gulf and spreading it north into Kentucky. Now, a lot of this could actually be just high-level clouds. It may not actually be deep enough moisture for rain. So we have to fine-tune that forecast and see how deep the moisture will be in the atmosphere. So I don't want to go with a full-on rain forecast until we get an idea of what the model is seeing. But it does set the stage for rain to increase as we head into Sunday. Some of the bands of rain will likely then become deep enough to form on the radar at that point. But the GFS is aiming it toward the idea that it's going to be tracking more toward at least the first warning band will over central areas of Kentucky on Sunday. So there is a chance. I mean, we have our forecast chances in right now of about 20, 30, 40%, ramped up to 60 on Monday. Expect those values to change. We could easily drop the percentage values on Saturday, even parts of Sunday, or we may have to ramp up if we get more of these pulling bands being pulled away from the tropical system straight into our area. Then we may have to raise the rain chance up to 80% for Sunday. That is possible still. So it's important to stay close to us in the forecast. Don't get too worked up in the models. Let us analyze that part, and we'll let you know our thoughts of what's going to happen. And we'll be fine-tuning that for the midday stuff coming in and have that answer today at 5. Having said all that, the GFS model is wanting to bring it northbound right into Kentucky. As you can see the center of it near Memphis. I want to show you our in-house, what we call a Deep Thunder tropical model. I love that name, Deep Thunder. Here is what it indicates. It's a high-res, short-range tropical specific model. It does pick up in a little mini low forming near Florida in the next 24 hours. It's been off and on in the models for a while. It doesn't develop into a name system, but kind of lingers it here for a while, actually. But what we're waiting for is what will become Nate, is still in that white area just off the screen. But watch what happens as we head into, this will be Thursday and Friday. Here comes Nate. Should be named by this point right on the Yucatan Peninsula. Cozumel is where it should be located at. Now, this is important. Does it cross over the mountainous area of the Yucatan? That would help disrupt it a bit when it gets back into the Gulf, or will it hug closer to Cozumel and therefore be able to take full advantage of the very warm Gulf of Mexico waters? It's a good question. Can't answer that just yet, but that's something we'll be watching. Then as we head into Saturday, it is now a hurricane, according to this, and a fairly strong one at that. Moving into Louisiana. Here is where we start to see the outer bands being pulled in Saturday. You see, that's the hint we were talking about Saturday night into Sunday, where it's trying to indicate the system's close enough now that we're going to get moisture being thrown up into Kentucky. So we'll see how that plays out. That's the case. Deep Thunder then moves it inland as we head into Sunday. Southern areas of Mississippi. Notice these outer bands. Fairly decent rain on our neck of the woods. It's interesting to see that. And then as we... Oh, no. I hope I still have it. Hold on one second. There we go. Thought I lost it. Then as we head into Sunday night and Monday, it takes the center of it to Nashville to Bowling Green with the core of it basically over us. So the Deep Thunder model is taking this as a full-on effect for wave country. When it comes to wind speeds, I know it's your next question. No, it is not going to be like Ike. No signs of that. However, if it were to come straight inland, because this system is going to move fast, it is not going to be a slow mover like Irma was or even Maria. It is not going to crawl. It is going to be a fairly fast moving system because we have a strong cold front moving in right on its heels, and that's going to kick it. So the wind speeds still may be up if it can get this far north and inland, and that's why we could have some tropical storm force winds. So it still may technically a tropical storm, possibly in our area for Monday. We'll see. Again, this is just one model's idea. I'm not technically saying that's going to be the case. Okay, show my disclaimers while I can. Rainfall-wise, you see the rain is the heaviest right at onshore, and then as it moves right up to Kentucky, it's aiming toward a 1, 2, 3, close to 4-inch potential, depending on the exact track. Of course, that's always the case. You don't know with the exact track, so there's no sense getting too worked up on that yet, but you can see at least now you have an idea. I guess this would technically be a worst-case scenario setup here for us of what could happen if this were to aim toward us. These are the impacts we're talking about. If it aims more south of us, we will not get the high enough wind like that or the intense rain totals. We'll feel some of that, but not to that level. And that's what we got to figure out. The high-res WRF model, the HWRF model, the hurricane-specific type design, it takes it, it's hard to see on the national map, but in the zoomed-in map, it takes it to southeast Kentucky as we head into Sunday night, Monday. So it, too, brings it to at least have some impact on our weather. So right now, we're going to trend the forecast. We're going to trend this slowly. We're going to increase the rain chances, especially late Sunday into Monday. I've already done that. And I'll keep us quite warm. But if we get more of a rainy scenario, we'll have to take these numbers way down. That's a possibility. And then we'll get the cool air behind it. I don't think it's going to be excessively cold. I don't see it being a frost issue either. But cooler weather. Temperatures in the 60s for highs for a few days. And we warm back up. And another strong system may move in here toward the 15th or so with rain and thunderstorms that may try to knock us back down even more. Toward mid-month. We'll see how that plays out. We got to take these one at a time. All right, that's how it all looks today, guys. We'll see how it looks tomorrow.